popular CMS systems, the advantages and obviously their disadvantages as well. So CMS is short for Content Management System. It's a software that helps you create, manage, and edit websites effectively without having to hard code the sites. With CMS, you don't really need to have a technical knowledge of programming before you can make the websites that you desire. Some features of CMS, the first and most important that should have been the first on my list is it's user friendly in the sense that any layman can use it with little or no prior training. Super, you don't need to have like a background in programming before you use most CMS services out there. Then it should have like a good security. Most CMS services, all good CMS services have a robust authentication and strict permission plugins that enable you to create safe and secure websites. Then another important feature of a CMS service is it should have good analytical system in the sense where it could be able to analyze the visitors of your site and help you create, optimize your content and create better strategies to pull more attention to your site. Another feature is personalization. You should be able to personalize your digital experience for your viewers on CMS services in an easy and streamlined way. And then scalability. When we talk about scalability, we talk about fact where upgrades and upgrades can be done on your CMS website without it crashing the sites. Everything will still be stable, and then the changes will be adapted by your site. So these are basically the features of CMS services. We have three major types of CMS services. We have the traditional type, we have the decoupled, and we have the headless. So traditional CMS or coupled CMS is probably like the easiest because it has the simplest layouts, and the functionalities are very simple. Examples of your traditional CMS are your popular WordPress, Squarespace, Wix, the ones you're used to. This is the traditional method because it links the back end and the front end together. Your content can be easily created and managed, and everything is done on the back end. Your web designs are also saved on the back end of it. So if you use WordPress, you would understand that when you're creating everything, you do everything from your dashboard, and like that's how a traditional CMS looks like. Then your decoupled CMS is something like your traditional, but a little bit more complex in the sense where the back end and the front end are separated. There are two different things. And then it has an API that connects the back end to the front end. An example, very good example of your decoupled CMS would be React Native. Then headless CMS, it's called headless because there's no designated front end. It just has the back end that you can connect to several numerous devices from your watches, from your Android watches or your iWatches to your laptops, desktop, cross platforms. Yeah, so that's pretty much about headless. An example of headless is Strapi, Cockpit. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Then steps in choosing a good CMS system. First of all, you have to decide on the kind of website you want, the kind of website you want, the vision you have for your site. Then you have to understand the available CMS features round, so you have like a good idea of the one that is suitable for your site. Then you have to think of your costs, plan out your budget, because despite the fact that we said it's easy to use, sometimes you may have to pay some fees to use. Some are not free, some are. So you need to decide all that before you pick the right CMS services for you. And I have previously listed some examples, but then there are some here. We have WordPress, Joomla, Typo3, Wix, Squarespace. We have Strapi and Cockpit that I mentioned earlier but aren't in this list. Um, Advantages of CMS services. I set some advantages under features, so you could easily determine the advantages now. Easy to use, user-friendly, web security, provides access and collaboration. Um, you don't require any prior programming language to know it. And then updating of CMS websites are super easy, doesn't require much, and it's usually affordable and time saving in a sense where something that would take a programmer a month or weeks to accomplish, you could accomplish in days by just using a simple CMS service. Disadvantages of CMS services. Everything that has an advantage obviously would have a disadvantage. These aren't much because CMS services are um, a gateway to a better future in programming. So the disadvantages aren't much. So despite the fact that we said they are secure, according to statistics, CMS services are more prone to hacking. So there's that. You have to take that in mind you have to take that in mind while you're picking out the right CMS service to use if you want to use CMS or the regular traditional programming method. They have high maintenance fee in the sense where you might have to hire someone who has a technical knowledge on that CMS service to handle your site and manage everything for you. And then, despite the fact that we said it's easy to use, you would still have to learn the skill because you can't just pick it up and immediately know it. You have to learn it, sit down probably like a day or two and learn how to use it. So that's pretty much it. Quick summary. We all know what CMS is now, and we know that CMS can help us implement comprehensive content management strategy with little or no programming. I think that's the end. Thank you. Any questions? I'll just quickly stop sharing this. Sorry?
Yes, there's a question. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can.
Okay, I just wanted to know what are the kind of websites that are limited to CMS? And secondly, what exactly is the full meaning of CMS?
Oh, I said that at the beginning. CMS means content management services. Content management, yes, content management service. It helps you manage your content, edit it, helps you create content. Examples of sites you could create. You could literally create anything with a CMS service. You could create blogs, e-commerce sites, anything you could hard code, you could create with the CMS service.
Okay. Then, sorry, you mentioned yeah, as part of the disadvantages of CMS that it's sometimes it can be prone to attackers, right?
Yes.
Okay, but sometimes I don't know. I have had experience with some CMS services that you'll be able to embed a security plug into it and all of those. So do you
Yes.
mean that's not effective?
Yes. We know that in the tech world, not everything is 100% secure. We know that despite the fact that Facebook has top-notch security system, it still gets hacked. So a plugin is not an assurance. A good hacker, a really, really good hacker would be able to break any firewall, any security system. But sorry, someone asked in it's content management system. Sorry, I made a mistake. Yes, so a good hacker would be able to break any firewall. So despite the fact that it's secure, I honestly believe that no system or service or site or app is 100% secure. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Is there any other question? Okay, since I think there are no questions, I'll probably ask a couple of mine. Could anyone name a feature of a CMS service? Just one feature.
One feature.
Yeah, just one feature.
Um, uh,
Anyone? Right, so
Oh, sorry. Okay. I didn't get that. Okay, just one feature, right? Um,
You mentioned security earlier. I think that's one feature.
yes, I did. Thank you. Thank you very much. I mentioned security, personalization, scalability.
okay,
Sorry?
just one.
Yeah. Thank you. I think that's the end of my presentation. If nobody has any other question, I think that's the end of my presentation.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
Hello? Can you hear me?
No, we
Yeah,
can't.
yes, I can.
Thank you. We have come to the end of today's meeting. Everybody can go have a wonderful day and attend their morning stand-up. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
it goes out.